Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is June 10th, 1969. We are at Candlestick Park for a big National League matchup between the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants. The Mets come into this game a record of 33-18. So right now they are right behind still the Cubs and the Cardinals in the National League East. They're where they're supposed to be. The San Francisco Giants are also above 500. They're 27-25. And at the moment, they are chasing, they're tied with Atlanta in wins. Cincinnati and the Dodgers also have 26 wins. The Astros have 29 wins. So far, lots to go on in the National League West with a long way to go. So we got a good matchup tonight here at the Stick, and I hope everybody will settle in and enjoy a great game. Brian B. and XESG2 and Ron McGrath are first to join us here at Candlestick Park. The Mets historically won this game. The Mets had a win, 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors. The Giants, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. But as I say all the time, Inside Pitch has a mind of its own, and we will see what happens tonight as my New York Mets go for a big win against the Giants tonight. And it should be a very good baseball game, as we usually get. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants tonight is Mike McCormick. 11 wins, 9 losses, a 3.34 ERA, 76 strikeouts and 69 walks in 69. We are at Candlestick Park, neutral park but favors hitters, 138 home runs and adds 3 to walks. So if everybody is set and ready to go for some serious baseball between the Mets and the Giants, let's get right to it as we go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Mets will be the shortstop, Bud Harrelson, recently passed away. 248 average, no homers, and 24 RBIs in 69. We're going to use black, white, and orange dice. Giants are the home team. The fans here are set and ready to go. I guess the chat is set and ready to go. And let's do it. McCormick, 6'2". That's a range play at the park. Candlestick, 6'3". That's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is going to be Ken Henderson. His range out there is a 2. Nope, that's going to drop in, and that's going to be a base hit for Bud Harrelson. So Harrelson leads off with a single. And, of course, Section 518 here is at the ballpark. Infield a double play depth. And next batter will be the right fielder, Rod Gaspar. 228 average, a homer, and 14 RBIs. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at Candlestick Park. Nothing happening on the 4. Harrelson will stay where he is. McCormick will pitch. McCormick, 6'1", blank. Gaspar, 2'6", and that's going to be a base hit past second base. It'll be a single. Harrelson's got good speed. He'll make third easily with a base runner 4. So the Mets are already off and running with runners at first and third now. And now we'll see the center fielder, Tommy Agee. 271 average, 26 homers, 76 RBIs. That is an excellent year for him. Infield is going to play a double play depth as the Giants, they'll play in. So runners at first and third. Strategy roll. Jeremy Brooks now here at Candlestick Park. The 6, nothing will happen. McCormick, 3-1, strikeout 9, got him, struck him out. McCormick gets his first strikeout of the game. And now we will see the first baseman, Cleon Jones. And had a good year himself, too. 340 average, 12 homers, 75 RBIs for 1969. They're going to keep the infield in. Strategy, nothing on the 11th. McCormick will pitch. McCormick, 1-4, error on a throw. Jones, 3-1. That is a ground ball to third. That ball is picked up by Jim Davenport. His error rating is a 6. That's a 20. Now, he won't make an error, so they know there won't be a throwing error. The infield was in, though, and there's no chance of a double play. The question is, where did the ball go to? And with 2 outs, I'm sending Harrelson. So his base runner becomes a 2. All right. His base runner comes a 2, so I'm going to send Harrelson. So Harrelson, and there's no double play chance on this. So Harrelson being sent home, no error on a throw. They're going to throw to the plate, and he is safe. But Harrelson, a base runner for it, becomes a 2. They decide to throw to the plate. Harrelson will get in and score. So they decide not to take the shore out, and that will get the Mets ahead 1-0. A 1, 2, or a 6 would have been good enough, and they get it, and the Mets get the early lead, and that will actually go as a fielder's choice, although it really wasn't out. Infield goes a double play depth. And the next batter is the left fielder, Ron Swoboda, 235 average, 9 homers, 52 RBIs. Infield now a double play depth, 1-0 Mets early. Strategy, nothing on the 6. Nobody moves. McCormick will pitch. McCormick, 5-4. That's a pitcher result. The 9 will be an automatic out, and that will be a fly out to center field. And coming under that will be Say Hey Willie Mays for out number 2. Gaspar, base runner 4, center field -2. Mays a 0-1-2. Gaspar can still take third, and he won't, as he will stay put there. So 2 away, and now the third baseman, Ed Charles, a 207 average, 3 homers and 18 RBIs in 69, and nothing on the strat. McCormick will deal. McCormick, 1-5. That's an automatic out. And it will be another fly ball to center field. But once again, Willie Mays will go ahead and get it and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits. They score on a fielder's choice, but instead, or I should say, it really is got to throw out at the plate, but still, it's 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets tonight is Don Cardwell. 8 wins, 10 losses, 3.02 ERA, 60 strikeouts, 37 walks in 69. Leading off for the Giants will be the second baseman, Don Mason, 228 average and 13 RBIs in 69. Cardwell, 1-3, that is a blank. Mason, 3-4, that's a ground out to third. Getting over there is Ed Charles, and he will throw to first. And now we'll see the right fielder, Bobby Bonds, 259 average, 32 bombs, 90 RBIs in 69. Bobby Bonds definitely belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. I don't know why I'm rolling the strat. Cardwell will go ahead and pitch. Cardwell, 3-2, that's a blank. Bonds, 5-2, and that is a fly ball to center field. And Tommy Agee is going to get to that for out number 2. And now we'll see the center fielder, the Say Hey Kid himself, Say Hey Willie Mays, recently passed away, and in my opinion, the greatest overall player in baseball history. 283 average, 13 homers, 58 RBIs in 69. More of Mays in his declining years here, but still very capable. Cardwell with the pitch. 5-5, that's a blank. Say Hey Mays, 2-6, and Mays hits one into center field, and that will go as a double. So a double for Mays, as he'll get there and hold on at second base. And now we will see the first baseman, Stretch, Willie McCovey, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. 320 average, 45 homers, 126 RBIs in 69. Some people thought he would be Willie Mays Jr., and he came pretty close. Nothing on the strategy. Mays will stay at second. Cardwell, 3-5. That's a pitcher result. That 12 is going to not be too high. McCovey, 5-4, and he hits one to left field. Ron Swoboda is going to come under that. He'll make the catch. and retire the side. No runs and a hit. The Mets have a 1-0 lead after one. As Philip Reynolds joins us here at Candlestick Park. Go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Mets will be the catcher, Jerry Grody. Does anybody have a problem if I say Jerry Grody was an underrated catcher? 252 average, 6 homers, 40 RBIs. One of the best catchers, I think, in the history of the Mets. McCormick will go ahead and pitch. Now, McCovey is in the game, Philip. So is Mays. What I meant is both are in there. McCormick, 3-1, strikeout 11, that will miss. Grody, 3-2, fly ball right field. And that's going to be Bobby Bonds getting to that for out number 1. Next up is the shortstop, Al Weiss, 215 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs. McCormick, a 1-4 error on a throw. Weiss, 2-3, and that's a fly out to center field. There won't be a throwing error. It will be the say hey Willie Mays kid making the catch. Here comes the pitcher, Don Cardwell, a 170 average, but he does have a bomb and 5 RBI, so he can do it. McCormick will pitch. McCormick, 3-5, that is a blank. Cardwell, 4-1, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will retire the side. Second strikeout from McCormick, and 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. David Vega joins us here at Candlestick Park. Leading off for the Giants will be the third baseman, Jim Davenport, a 241 average, 2 homers, and 42 RBI. Rodolfo Baeza joins us here at Candlestick Park. Cardwell, 4-4, range play. Davenport, 3-4. That's a ground ball right back to Cardwell. His range is a 5. Of course, that's a 6. It gets past him at the base hit. A range play for the pitcher, Don Cardwell. Here's a 5, and of course, that is a 6. And it will get past him, and the Giants get a man on. That happens all the time. Infield double play depth. And now we'll see the left fielder, Ken Henderson, 225 average, 6 homers, 44 RBIs in 69. Davenport had no stolen bases and nothing happening on Strat. Cardwell, 1-4, blank. Henderson, 2-2, base hit, hits that one into right field. Davenport base 1 or 2, single to right is a 0. So a 1 or a 2, Davenport will get to third. He won't. He will be stopped at second base as the third base coach puts up the stop sign. But runners now at first and second for the G-men. DB joins us here at Candlestick Park. And now we'll see the catcher, Jack Hyatt, a 196 average, 7 homers, 34 RBIs in 69. Strategy, nothing on the 7. Cardwell will go ahead and pitch. Cardwell, 2-5, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. First K for Cardwell. Here comes the shortstop, Hal Lanier, 228 average, 35 RBIs in 69. Actually, should do a strategy roll first. Strat, and nothing happening. Cardwell, 3-5. That's a pitcher result. That 17 is going to be too high. Lanier, 3-2, and it's a ground ball to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop, pivot Harrelson +1, a 1-4. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs, 2 hits for the G-men. And it will stay 1-0 Mets after 2. Yeah, trade Ryan to the Reds. We go to the top of the third and the top of the order for the NYM. Here's Bud Harrelson, and he got a base hit his first time up and scored. McCormick, a 2-5 hit by pitch. 1. No, that's going to miss. Harrelson is a 3, but McCormick is a -8. Harrelson 2-4, but he gets a base hit. He'll get his second hit of the game. Harrelson will go to first. Harrelson now 2 for 2. It'll bring up Gaspar. Gaspar is 1 for 1. Infield double play. Harrelson did have 1 stolen base. He won't get any here. McCormick will go ahead and pitch. McCormick 6-1 blank. Gaspar 3-1, and against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit past second base. Harrelson, a base running rating of 4, no problem. He'll get to third, and the Mets got runners in the corners and no one out. So right now, both Harrelson and Gaspar are doing the job. It'll bring up AG. Doug Hunt joins us here at Candlestick Park. It brings up AG. AG is 0 for 1. They're going to call the infield in again with nobody out. 1-0 Mets here in the top of the third. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 9. Gaspar stays where he is. McCormick will pitch. 6-3. That's at the park. Candlestick Park. 5-4. It is a home run to the pull side against the lefty. AG needs a 20. That's a 1. Well, he hit that ball. He hit that ball in San Francisco, and I think that ball landed in Oakland. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, and that ball is way out of here. 3-run bomb, Tommy Agee. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Tommy Agee hits a 3-run bomb and puts the Mets out in front now 4-0. And that was a 1, and that's about as hard as he could hit it. And I'm pretty sure that ball landed in Oakland Coliseum. Mike in the Truck joins us here at Candlestick Park. So now a 4-0 Met lead. Still nobody out in the top of the third. And here comes Jones. Jones is 0 for 1. McCormick will pitch. McCormick, 4-6, strikeout 13, that's high. Jones, 1-5, and that's a line out right to second base. Mason will grab it for the out. 1 down, here comes Swoboda. Swoboda's 0 for 1. McCormick goes ahead and deals. McCormick, 4-2, error on a grounder. Swoboda, 1-4, that's a base hit to right field. Right fielder is Bobby Bonds. His error rating is a 6. That's a 1, and that's going to get past him. That's going to be a single and an error. Swoboda automatically on second. His base running rating is a 3. Bonds is a 0 arm. A 1-3. Swoboda will take third, and he won't. He'll hold at second base. So that goes as a single and an E9 on the Giants. That'll be the first error on the Giants. They had 2 of them in the game historically, and a runner on second base. And now here comes Charles. Charles is 0 for 1. No run. No, it's an error. So you can only, there's no rundown on that. It's an error. It's an error. He either gets the third, either it's an automatic on a single, it's an automatic 1 base, and you roll again to see if he takes another one. No rundown on an error. So Swoboda holds on at second, strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Charles is 0 for 1. McCormick will go ahead and pitch. McCormick, 5-3, that's a range play. Charles, 5-4, it's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Jim Davenport. His range is a 3, and he won't get it, and that is going to be a single past third. Swoboda does not have the speed. He will have to hold at third, but right now, nothing going right for the Giants in this inning. Section 518 takes another swig from the bottle, enjoying what he sees so far. Here is Grody. Grody's 0 for 1. Infield is going to play a double play depth. Grody does hit in the double plays. Strategy, that is a 1. Charles gets the steal sign. 13 plus 1 is 14. Hyatt minus 2. Now, actually, well, Nah, I'll let Grody swing. McCormick will go ahead. McCormick will go ahead and pitch. McCormick, 3-6, strikeout. 14 will miss. Grody, 3-2. It's a fly ball to right field. Now coming under that's going to be Bobby Bonds. He makes the catch. Grody sacrifice fly of 1. Does not get Swoboda that way. Swoboda BR3. Bonds 0 arm. A 1-3. Swoboda still scores. And he does. Swoboda will come in on the sacrifice fly. It is now 5-0 Mets. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Two down, and the next batter is Weiss. Weiss is 0 for 1. Charles on at first, and that's a 20. McCormick fires to first base. Nope, Charles will get back. Now McCormick will deal with Weiss. McCormick, 3-5, that's a blank. Weiss, 5-6, and that's a line drive right to first. That's gloved by Stretch McCovey, and that will retire the side. 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and a big-time 3-run bomb by Tommy Agee, and the Mets have a 5-run lead going into the bottom of the third. Will that be enough for Cardwell? We shall see. Leading off for the Giants will be the pitcher, Mike McCormick, a 136 average, a homer, and 4 RBIs. Even though he's already given up 5 runs, this is the 60s, not 2020s. He will bat. Cardwell, 5-4, error on a grounder. McCormick, 5-4, and that's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to first base. That's picked up by Jones. McCormick, a base running rating of 2. Cardwell coming over, and he is out. 1 out. Nice play there. A very good call there by Jones. He'll make the play and get McCormick as Jones throws to Cardwell to get the out. And that will be a ground out to first. So 1 away. The batter now will be Mason. Mason is 0 for 1. Cardwell, a 4-2. Walk 9. That's ball 4. He does walk Mason. Mason will trot to first. First walk given up by Cardwell. It'll bring up Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 1. Infield double play. Strategy roll. That's a 1. Mason gets the steal sign. But with a stolen base running a 3, he is not going anywhere. And you're down by 5 runs also. Cardwell will pitch. Cardwell, 5-4. Error on a grounder. Bonds, 4-6. And that's a line drive right to short. That's out number 2. Mason will be out on a 1. The throw to first, not in time, and decides to hold on to it anyway as Mason did get back. So 2 men down as Bonds lines out. Here brings up the say hey kid. He got a double his first time up. Mason, nothing on the 11. He stays at first. Cardwell looking in and ready for the pitch. Cardwell, 4-6. That's a walk, and he will walk Mays. So Mays draws the walk. And now runners at first and second for McCovey. McCovey is 0 for 1. Mets have a 5-0 lead. And that's a 5-0 happening on the strat. Cardwell looking in at McCovey. Runners at first and second. This game could get interesting if McCovey can get a hit. Cardwell, 6-5. That's a blank. McCovey, 2-5. And it's a ground ball to first. Cleon Jones will grab it, take it himself to the bag, and the inning is over. Nothing across except a couple of walks. 5-0 Mets after 3. Section 518, cheers. Yay! Section 518, absolutely enjoying a cold one at this game so far. Top of the fourth, leading off for the Mets will be Don Cardwell. He'll bat. McCormick staying on the mound for a little while longer. McCormick, a 6-6. That's a blank. Cardwell, 4-1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is the third K for McCormick. Next up is Harrelson. He's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. McCormick, 6-6. That's a blank. Harrelson, 2-6. And against the lefty, that's going to be a ground out to shortstop. Taken care of there by Hal Lanier. And over to first it goes for the out. And now Gaspar. Gaspar is 0 for 2. I'm sorry, he's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Gaspar having a pretty good night today. So a good night today. Yeah, boy, I really don't know how to speak. McCormick, 3-4. That's a walk plus 10. That 13 will walk Gaspar. Gaspar finds himself on base for the third time. Only the first walk given up by McCormick. But now here comes AG. AG hit a 3-run bomb his last time up. They're still looking for that baseball. I've already said it landed in Oakland Coliseum. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Gaspar stays at first base. McCormick will go ahead and deal. McCormick, 4-4. Strikeout, 18. That's going to miss. AG, 1-4. And it's a line drive to second base. That'll be gloved by Mason, and that will end the inning. Nothing across except a walk. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Jim Davenport leads off for the G-men. He got a base hit his first time up. Cardwell, a 4-2 walk 3. That will be ball 4. He will walk Davenport. So he gives up a leadoff walk. The batter now is Henderson. Henderson got a base hit his first time up. Infield double play. Anything on the strat? The 11 says no. Cardwell will go ahead and pitch. Cardwell, 4-5. That's a blank. Henderson, 1-3. Base hit right past short. And that'll be a single. Davenport doesn't have the speed. He'll hold at second base. And now the Giants got something going on. The next batter is Hyatt. Hyatt is 0 for 1. Strategy, nothing on the 18. Cardwell in a jam here, bottom of the fourth. But a 5-0 lead for the Mets. Cardwell will go ahead and pitch. Cardwell, 2-2. That's at the park. Candlestick Park, 3-3. And it is a ground ball to short. 3-3-4. Second base pivot. Weiss is 0. A 1-4. It's a twin killing. They got it. 2 outs. Hyatt grounds out into the 6-4-3. And Davenport will move to third, though. And the next batter is Lanier. Lanier is 0 for 1. 2 outs now. Cardwell trying to get out of it. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 14. Cardwell will deal. Cardwell, 4-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Lanier, 4-4. It's a fly ball to center field. And Tommy Agee's going to get to that one. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And the Mets holding on to the 5-0 lead after 4. Top of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Metropolitans will be Cleon Jones, and he's 0 for 2. McCormick will go ahead and pitch. McCormick, 5-2. That's a blank. Jones, 6-1. That's a fly ball to center. Say, hey, Willie Mays will go ahead and put it away for the out. Next up is Swoboda. Swoboda got a base hit on his last time up. Got an extra base on an error. McCormick will go ahead and pitch. McCormick, 2-5. Hit by pitch. 16. Nope, that's too high. Swoboda swings. 6-5, and that's a fly out to left. Ken Henderson will get near the line, but he'll make the play. Next up is Charles. Charles is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. McCormick with the pitch. McCormick, 1-1. That is an automatic out, and that will be another fly ball to left field. And once again, it will be Henderson getting to that, and he'll make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for McCormick. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Mike McCormick due to lead off. He's due to lead off here. He only has 3 more batters he can face before he's tired. I think the Giants would probably go to the bench now, even though it's the 5th, to try to get something going on, because he can only pitch for 3 more batters after he'll be tired. That's going to be it from Mike McCormick. He will be taken out of the game. Giants will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Giants will be Doug Hunt's older brother, Ron Hunt. 262 average, 3 homers, 41 RBIs. So Doug Hunt's namesake, Ron Hunt, will go. And I'm sure Doug Hunt will be very happy to see Ron Hunt back. Cardwell, 3-1 against the righty. Strikeout, 19 will miss. Hunt, 3-2, and it's a base hit. Ron Hunt will go ahead and get a single to center field. That starts it off for the Giants. So the manager here at Candlestick Park decides to bring in Ron Hunt and gets a base hit. You don't see managing like this on that other channel. Next batter will be Mason. Mason is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hunt got 9 stolen bases, and he won't get any here. Cardwell will go ahead and pitch. Cardwell, 4-1. That's a blank. Mason, 2-1. And against the righty, it's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. No chance of a double play, though. 0-0. 0 and -1, so no chance of a double play. Ron Hunt's base running rating is a 3. So a 1, 2, or 3, or 6, he'll be safe at second base. And he is. So a slow rolling grounder to Cardwell. He takes a look and see Hunt already halfway to second. Decides to take the sure out at first, and he should, and that's 1 out. But the runner will move up. Next batter is Bonds, who, not me, not my brother, or another mother. It could be, hey, it could be there, Doug Hunt. Maybe you should find Ron Hunt and see if you're related. Here's Bonds. He's 0 for 2. Infield is back. Strategy, nothing happening. Cardwell will pitch to Bonds. Cardwell, 3-4. That is a blank. Bonds, 6-6. And he popped it out to third. Coming under it's going to be Ed Charles, and he's in fair territory. And he will make the catch. 2 down. 2 outs now for the Say Hey Kid. Mays is 1 for 1, a double and a walk. Hunt on at second. Strategy, that's 1. He actually gets the steal sign to go to third, and Ron Hunt looking at the dugout saying, you kidding me? We're down by 5 runs. Cardwell will pitch. 5-5, that's a blank. Mays, 3-2. It's a ground ball to first, and Cleon Jones will go ahead and get that and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Giants, still holding a 5-0 lead for the Mets after 5. Well, that's true. Never know these days. Yeah, you never know. You never know, Mr. Hunt. We go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Mets will be Jerry Grody, and he is 0 for 2. Giants need a pitcher. So let's see who they're going to go with here. And coming on to pitch for the Giants, down by 5 runs, though. Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Ron Klein. 1 win, 6 losses, 4 saves, a 5.19 ERA. Klein will be on the Pittsburgh, actually I should say Ron Klein was on the Pittsburgh Pirates earlier in the season. He is now on the Giants. So leading off will be Grody to start the top of the 6th. Klein will pitch. Klein, 5-6, possible error. Grody, 6-6 is a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Say Hey Willie Mays. His error rating is a 6. That's a 9. He'll make the catch. 1 out. Fly out to center. And now the batter is Weiss. Weiss is 0 for 2. Klein with the pitch. Klein, 4-4. Hit by pitch. 2. That's high. Weiss, 4-1. And that's another fly ball to center field. And once again, the Say Hey Willie kid will make the catch. Next batter is Cardwell. Cardwell could still pitch to 5 more batters before he tires. They're going to let him hit here. Klein will go ahead and pitch. Klein, 1-4. Range play at the park. Candlestick Park. 6-4. It's a ground ball to short, and that ball is hit to Hal Lanier. He was excellent, though. His range is a 5. And he got it. Nice play by Lanier. And he will toss it over to first for the end of the inning. Nothing across as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Giants will be Willie Stretch McCovey. McCovey is 0 for 2. Cardwell doing a pretty good job tonight. Cardwell, 2-2 at the park. Candlestick, 6-1, base hit. McCovey hits a single to right. And once again, the Giants get a man on base. Batter now is Davenport. Davenport, 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Infield double play. McCovey, strategy rolls are now off. It'll be pitcher versus batter. Cardwell, 1-2, that's a blank. Davenport, 3-4. That's a ground ball to the pitcher. Double play, 3-2. And let's see here. Davenport, a righty. Second base is pivot. And that is Weiss. A 1-2. It's a double play. No. McCovey, however, thrown out at second. And Davenport will reach first. It is a fielder's choice. One down now for Henderson. He is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles tonight. Cardwell, he'll go ahead and pitch. Cardwell, 3-1 against the switch left. That's a blank. Henderson, 2-3, and that's a ground ball to first. 2-2-2. Shortstop pivot Harrelson +1. 1-3. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 3-6-3 double play, no runs and a hit for the Giants. And that is the 3rd double play they've hit into today. Still 5-0 Mets after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. And the top of the order for the Mets. Here's Bud Harrelson. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles. Ron Klein will continue to pitch as he can pitch to 3 more batters. So they'll leave Klein in there. Klein with the pitch. Klein, 1-5, strikeout. 17 will miss. Harrelson, 5-4. That's a ground out to short. Hal Lanier will go ahead and get it, and over to first it goes. Next up is Gaspar. Gaspar, 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Klein with the deal. Klein, 1-3, walk, 14. That is just going to miss. Gaspar, 5-3. It's a base hit. Hits a single into center field. So Gaspar goes ahead and gets his third hit of the game. He's having a good one tonight. It will bring up AG. AG 1 for 3 with a bomb. Infield at double play depth, though. No need for strategies. Klein will go ahead and pitch to AG. Klein, 6-3 against the righty. It's a walk plus 10, and that 16 will walk AG. And now the Mets got a chance here to get more. A big-time walk. And now runners at first and second for Jones. Jones is 0 for 3. And Klein is now tired, and that will be it. Will that be it for him? He's due to bat third in the inning. They're going to let him pitch. If he gives up a run, they'll take him. So Ron Klein will stay in there, but he is tired right now. Still 1 out, top of the 7th. Mets a 5-0 lead on the Giants. Fans here at Candlestick Park trying to hope that Klein can make a good pitch. Klein will go ahead and deal. Klein, 2-3. That's a blank. Jones, 4-5. And against the righty, Jones will come through. And that's going to be a double into center field. Gaspar will score. AG, base runner 4, double to center, +1. 1 to 5, he will score. He does. Jones holds at second base. 2 more runs for the Mets. 7-0 Metropolitans. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Big time double by Cleon Jones. That will be it for Klein. They got no choice now. And the next batter is Swoboda. And Swoboda is 1 for 3, a single and an error. Reached on an error as well. And the Giants will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch is going to be Ron Herbel. 4 wins, a loss, 1 save, a 4.03 ERA. Herbel will be the third Giant pitcher. And right now the Mets with a 7-0 lead here on the Giants. The Mets did score 9 runs in this game historically. Infield's back, still only 1 out in the inning. Herbel will pitch to Swoboda. Herbel, 5-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Swoboda, 3-3, ground out to the pitcher. Herbel's got it. The throw goes to first for the out. Jones will make third. So Swoboda grounds out, but Jones does go to third base on the grounder. Batter now is Charles. Charles is 1 for 3. 2 men down. Mets all over the Giants in this game. Herbel will pitch. Herbel, 4-5. That's blank. Charles, 6-5. And against the righty, it's a base hit past short, and the Mets will get another run. Jones will come in. He will score. It's now 8-0 Mets. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! And the Mets right now are showing the Giants why they won the World Series in '69, historically. Still a long way to go, though. Here is Grody, and Grody's up for the second time, so the Mets have... Actually, no, they're not their second time. He is 0 for 3. But 2 outs still here in the top of the 7th. Mets all over the Giants. Herbel will pitch. Herbel, 1-6. That's a blank. He is not tired. Grody, 2-1, and that's a ground out to the shortstop, taken care of by Hal Lanier. He throws to first to get Grody, and that will end the inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, and a walk. And the Mets right now are in total command with an 8-0 lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night for June 13th. We're going back to Crosley Field for a big matchup staying in the National League as the Chicago Cubs will take on the Cincinnati Reds. The Cubs will have Fergie Jenkins on the mound for that game. The Reds will have George Culver. That'll be tomorrow night's game here on the network. The Cubbies and the Reds from Crosley Field, Fergie Jenkins and George Culver, and that should be a pretty good matchup between two teams that are in it. So that'll be tomorrow night. Cubs and the Reds on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the seventh here, Mets with an 8-0 lead on the Giants. Cardwell can pitch to two more batters before he tires. They'll probably keep him in there as long as he can. Jack Hyatt leads off for the Giants. He is 0 for 2. Cardwell will go ahead and pitch as Cutter Historical joins us here at Candlestick Park. Cardwell, 2-5, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 2 for Cardwell. Not really a strikeout pitcher. Here comes Lanier. Lanier is 0 for 2. Cardwell, a 1-1 walk, 14 is high. Lanier, 1-5, that's a power hit to right field. That's a 17 against a righty. That's just going to be a fly out to right. Rod Gasper going after it, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Cardwell is tired. They say stay in there. You got an 8-0 lead. We'll see a pinch hitter for Ron Herbel as the Giants go to the bench. And it is coming on to pinch hit will be James Hart, or otherwise known as Jim Ray Hart. 254 average, 3 homers, 26 RBIs. James Hart will pinch hit. The pitcher spot for the Giants is 1 for 2. Cardwell will go ahead and pitch against Hart. Cardwell, 3-3, possible error. Hart, 1-5, that's a base hit to left field. Left fielder is Juan Swoboda. His error rating is a 7. That's a 10. He'll get that ball cleanly and throw it in. Pinch hit for Hart. And the batter now is Mason. Mason is 0 for 2 with a walk. Hart on it first. Cardwell is tired, trying to maybe get through the inning. Cardwell, 5-2. Wild pitch. Yep, that goes to the backstop, and Hart will go to second. Wild pitch by Cardwell, his first of the game. Cardwell will do it again. Cardwell, 1-2, that's a blank. Mason, 3-1, and against a righty, it's a ground ball to first. It'll be Cleon Jones getting it. He'll get to the bag himself. And that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a wild pitch. But that is all the Giants will get. They stay down 8-0 after 7. Top of the 8th. Leading off for the Mets will be Al Weiss, and he is 0 for 3. Giants need a pitcher, and they're going to go ahead and bring out to pitch. They will go with, that's really a mop-up role. Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Ray Sadecki. 5 wins, 8 losses, no saves, a 4.24 ERA. He'll come in a mop-up role, pretty much down 8-0. We saw him as a starting pitcher. He is a reliever today. So Ray Sadecki will pitch to Weiss. Sadecki, 4-6, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. He will get Weiss, and that is out number 1. Cardwell has done a heck of a job, but they're going to pull him, even though he's pitching a shutout. And the Mets are going to go to the bench, and I think it's the right thing to do. You got to make sure you got to get the win. So coming on to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be Wayne Garrett. 218 average, a homer, and 39 RBIs. Wayne Garrett will go ahead and come on to bat. So Sadecki will go up against Garrett. Sadecki, A 3-1 walk, 17 is high. Garrett, 1-4. It's a base hit to center field. Wayne Garrett gets a single. Another pinch hit single here. Like I said, you just don't see managing like this on that other channel. So Garrett on it first. The batter is Harrelson. Harrelson 2 for 4, 2 singles, infield double play. So Garrett on it first. Sadecki will go ahead and pitch. Sadecki, 3-2, strikeout 10, that's high. Harrelson, 5-2, base hit past second, another single for the Mets. Garrett will have the speed, he will wind up on third. And the Mets are just taking it to the Giants in this one. Third hit of the game for Harrelson. The next batter is Gasper. And he's 3 for 3, 3 singles and a walk. Infield is going to play in, even though it's an 8-0 lead. But they're still going to try to play competitively here. Sadecki will go ahead and pitch. Sadecki, 2-2. That's a blank, not tired. Gaspar, 5-1. And that's a base hit to left field. It's a single. Garrett will come in to score. Harrelson, base runner 4. Single to left, though. -4 is a 0. He will automatically hold at second base because the left fielder, Ken Henderson, has an excellent arm. But it is now 9-0 Mets. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! So the Mets historically scored 9 runs in this game, and they've now scored 9 runs on the board. And now here's AG. AG is 1 for 3, a bomb and a walk. Runners at first and second, infield now double play. 9-0 Mets here. Top of the 8th, all over the Giants. Sadecki, a 3-6. That is a home run result against the lefty. AG needs a 20. That's going to be the second bomb of the game for AG. Kaboom! That ball's pretty high. That ball's pretty deep. That ball's pretty gone. Home run, Tommy. AG is second of the game. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Tommy AG hits his second 3-run bomb of the game. He's got 6 RBIs here, and it is now 12-0. And the fans, the ones that are left, are already heading for the exits, if there were any left already. As the Mets now have a 12-0 lead on the Giants. The next batter is Jones. Still 1 out here in the top of the 8th. That's going to be it for Sadecki. As right now, no matter who the Giants bring in, it won't matter. So coming on to pitch now for the Giants is going to be Bobby Bolin. 7 wins, 7 losses, no saves, a 4.44 ERA. And he will be the 5th Giant pitcher. Bolin will pitch to Cleon Jones. He's 1 for 4 with a double. Bolin, 3-3, strikeout 1, got him. Struck him out. And that is a big K for Bolin, 2 down. And it now brings up Swoboda. Swoboda is 1 for 4. Reached on a single and an error. Bolin goes ahead and deals. Bolin, 1-4, strikeout 11. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Bolin gets Swoboda, and that will retire the side. The side was actually struck out, but not until damage was done. 4 runs, 4 hits. Tommy Agee, his second 3-run bomb of the game. It's 12-0 Mets. Are you going to bring in a position player to pitch now? I really will not do that unless I absolutely have to. I'd rather use the cards that are provided. I do have a position player card that I created specifically designed for something like this, but I will only do that unless I absolutely had no choice. Leading off for the Giants will be Bobby Bonds. He is 0 for 3. Mets need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be what do they got? Right, left. Let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Cal Kuntz. 6 wins, 3 losses, 7 saves, a 4.99 ERA. We'll see how long he can go and try to get maybe game over here. 12-0 in favor of the Mets. Kuntz will now pitch to Bonds. Kuntz with the deal. Kuntz, 5-2, error on a throw. Bonds, 3-5. That's not going to be an error. Well, it's actually a single to third base. That's picked up by Ed Charles. His error rating is an 11. That's a 19. He holds on to it. But Bonds is safe on an infield single, as Charles does not try to get him. And why would you want to? You got a 12-0 lead here. But that will bring up Mays. The say-hey kid is 1 for 2, a double and a walk. Strategy rolls, of course, are off. Kuntz will go ahead and pitch. Kuntz, 1-1, range play at the park. Candlestick, 6-5. It's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Rod Gaspar. His range is a 4. It's a 3. He's got it. 1 out. That'll be a fly out to right. It'll bring up Stretch McCovey, and he is 1 for 3. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th, Mets all over the Giants, 12-0. Kuntz, 6-4, strikeout 10. That will be too high. McCovey, 2-1, and that's a ground ball to first. 2-2-2. Shortstop pivot Harrelson +1, 1-3. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 3-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Giants. And that is the 4th double play they've hit into. 12-0 Mets after 8. We go to the top of the 9th. Mets are commanding 12-0 lead. Ed Charles will lead off for the Mets. Bobby Bolin will stay on the mound. He might as well. Charles is 2 for 4. Bolin with the pitch. Bolin, 6-5. That's at the park. Candlestick Park. 2-2. It's a home run to the pull side against a righty. Charles needs a 6. That's a 1, and that's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Ed Charles. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Section 518 just relaxing in the stands, absolutely enjoying a cold one as Ed Charles hits his home run. And it is now 13-0 as the Mets are putting an absolute beatdown on the G-men. The next batter is Grody. Grody is 0 for 4, though. 13-0 Mets. Bolin, 2-1, error on a throw. Grody, 6-3. That's going to be an infield single, but it's hit to third. That's picked up by Jim Davenport. His error rating is a 6. That's a 9. He'll hold on to it. No error. But Grody is safe. Grody gets a single. He now joins the hit parade. And the next batter is Weiss. Weiss is 0 for 4. Infield double play. Still nobody out here in the top of the ninth. Bolin will pitch. Bolin, 2-1. Error on a throw. Weiss, 1-2. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And getting under that will be Bobby Bonds. And he will make the catch. For out number 1. Kuntz, he can pitch to 6 more batters, and they are, they're going to take him out of the game. He did the job he needed to do. We'll see a pinch hitter for the Mets, and it is going to be Ed Kranepool, 238 average, 11 homers, 49 RBIs. Kranepool will pinch hit for Kuntz, and they'll bring out another pitcher. 1 out here, top of the ninth, 13-0 Mets. Bolin, a 2-6. Strikeout 2. Got him. Struck him out. So now 2 outs. As down goes Kranepool, and it will bring up Harrelson. Harrelson having a great night, 3 for 5 with 3 singles. Bolin will go ahead and pitch. Bolin, 4-2. Range play at the park. Candlestick, 1-6. And that's a blank. We will see a rare play instead with men on. 65, 3-2 pitch, called the ball for a walk. Catcher argues call and gets thrown out of the game. Well, the Giants are kind of frustrated. And that is what happens there. So it's going to be ball 4 for Bud Harrelson as he will get on base. And we'll see a new catcher as Jack Hyatt has been ejected. Someone's going to have to tell me what he said because I couldn't read the lips. So someone please tell me what Jack Hyatt said in order to get tossed. Giants will need a catcher. And they're going to go ahead and bring out Dick Dietz. So Dick Dietz will take over at catcher for Hyatt. And Dietz is a 3.220, so he fixes stats. So Dick Dietz will take over at catcher for the ejected Hyatt. Oh my, the catcher just punched the umpire. Okay, thank you. Now I know what happened. So Grody on at second, Harrelson on at first. Here's Gaspar. And right now, just nothing is going right for the Giants. Bolin, he can pitch to 1 more batter before he tires. But they say they may keep him in there until his arm falls off. You're down 13-0. You're already thinking about the next game. Bolin will pitch. Bolin, 6-6. That's at the park. Candlestick Park. 5-4. And that is a home run to the pull side against a righty. Gaspar needs a 0. Well, okay. That's instead, he's switching to the left side, so that's going to be a fly ball to right field. It will not make an out, as Bobby Bonds will get there to the track, and he'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits, a solo bomb by Ed Charles, and the Mets are just all over this game, 13-0. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Leading off for the Giants will be Jim Davenport in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mets are going to go to the bullpen. And they're going to go ahead and bring out Well, no, they wouldn't bring him out. You don't need him. They'll go with the main closer, try to get the game over with. Coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Ron Taylor. 9 wins, 4 losses, 13 saves, a 2.72 ERA. Kuntz does get credit for a hold. He didn't allow any runs. So Taylor will pitch to Davenport to start the bottom of the 9th inning. 13-0 Mets. Taylor with the pitch. Taylor, 3-5, strikeout, 16 is high. Davenport, 5-3. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 3, and against the righty, Davenport leads off with a double. Here comes the rally. A leadoff double for Davenport. Puts a leadoff man at second base. Next batter is Henderson. Henderson is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Nobody watching my game tonight? Okay. Davenport on at second. 13-0 Mets. It is an absolute blowout. Taylor, 6-1, walk. 19 is high. Henderson, 2-2, and that's a base hit to right field. Davenport, base runner 2. So that is a single to right field -1. So Davenport scores on a 1. They're not going to send him. They'll hold him at third due to the 6-run option rule that's available. So now runners at first and third with nobody out. Here's the new catcher, Dick Dietz, a 230 average, 11 homers, and 35 RBI. So right now, Ron Taylor brought into the game to close it. Can't get it out. 13-0 Mets, though. Taylor will go ahead and pitch. Infield's at double play. They don't care about the run. Taylor, 2-4, strikeout, 20 is high. Dietz, 6-2, and that's a fly ball to right field. Rod Gasper's going to go ahead and make the catch for out number 1. Dietz, a sacrifice fly of 1. Will not score. Davenport, base runner 2, hit to right. Gasper a -2, and Davenport has to hold. Not deep enough, and Davenport holds at third base. You wouldn't see that out. I'll tell you to close up 13 runs. So 1 out now. The next batter is Lanier. And Lanier is 0 for 3. Mets trying to get the shutout. Ron Taylor trying to get it done. Taylor will pitch. Taylor, 2-3 against the righty. Strikeout 8. Got him. Struck him out. 2 outs. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Bobby Bolin. And let's see who the Giants want to bring out the bat. And it is going to be Tito Fuentes, a 295 average, a homer, and 14 RBIs in 69. Tito Fuentes will try to go ahead and get the Giants at least a run here. 13-0 Mets. Ron Taylor will be tired after Fuentes, but they just want to get him some outs here. Davenport on at third, Henderson on at first. Fuentes at the bat. It is a 13-0 Mets close game. Yeah, right. Taylor, 4-1 against a switch left. That's a walk +10, and that 7 will walk him, and the bases are loaded. So the bases are loaded now for Don Mason. And are we going to see a pinch hitter for him? And the answer is, let's see, who is he? He's my second baseman. No, he has to hit. So Mason's going to come on and bat. Taylor is now tired. They say, go get him. So bases loaded here for the Giants in the bottom of the 9th inning. 13-0 Mets. Mets manager Gil Hodges says Taylor to stay out there and get this game over with. Taylor will pitch. 6-1, walk, 9, ball 4, and he walked in a run. Well, there goes the shutout. As Henderson, all the runs will move up. It's now 13-1. And that's going to be it for Taylor. You got to be careful. You don't want to get it real. You don't want anything funny to happen. But that will bring in a run on a walk. As he walks Mason. And now the Mets are going to bring in a new pitcher, and it is going to be, you got to believe, Tug McGraw. 9 wins, 3 losses, 12 saves, a 2.25 ERA. So McGraw now coming in to try to get the game over with, but it's now 13-1. And the next batter for the Giants is Bobby Bonds. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th, but we have seen a lot of strange things on inside pitch. Tug McGraw will go ahead and pitch. 5-5, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's your game. The Mets will go ahead and pin it on the Giants tonight, 13-1. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Section 518, cheers. Yay! 1 run on 2 hits and a couple of walks. But the Mets are going to get a big-time victory here in Candlestick as they blow the Giants apart 13-1. A great job there by the Mets as they will get a happy recap tonight. Final line score coming up. For the Mets, 13 runs on 16 hits and no errors. For the Giants, 1 run on 10 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Don Cardwell. He'll wind up with the win. Mike McCormick the loss. Kuntz and McGraw will get a hold. So that is a victory for the Mets tonight, as Section 518 is very satisfied with that. But we are still not done. The 10-minute ticker is next. The Mets do go to 34-18, and the Giants now drop to 27-26. David Vega says Barfaroni. What do you mean Barfaroni there, David Vega? The Mets won the ball game. I think that's awesome. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Mets will go ahead and take a 13-1 win over the Giants tonight. Let's see how the rest of the majors do. June 10th, California at Baltimore. Angels 2-25, and that is 1. Orioles 12-62, and that's 7, a win for the O's. Cleveland at the White Sox. Indians 14-66, that's 11. White Sox 9-53, 5 runs, and that will be a win for the Tribe. Seattle at Detroit. Pilots 7-54, and that's 5. Tigers 12-14, and that's 2. Another win for the Pilots. Boston at Minnesota. Red Sox 13-12, and that is 1. Twins 14-56, that's 7. A win for the Twins. Kansas City and the Yankees. Kansas City 6-11, that's 0. Yankees 6-44, that's 4. A win for the Bronx Bombers. Oakland at Washington. Athletics 9-63, and that's 7 runs. Senators 7-55, 5 runs. The A's get the win. Cubs and the Braves. Cubs 9-14, and that's 1. Braves 10-25, that's 3. A win for the Bravos. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 14-13, and that's 2. Reds 5-55, that's 5, and that game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 12-32, that's 4. Astros 9-56, and that's 6. That's a win for the Stros. Philadelphia and the Dodgers. Philadelphia 6-23, 2 runs. Dodgers 11-54 at 6 runs. Bums get the win. Expos and the Padres. Expos 9-13, 1 run. Padres 7-11, 0. The Expos will get the win. On to June 11th. California at Baltimore. Angels 0-61, that's 4. Orioles 14-11, that's 0. That's a win for the Halos. Cleveland and the White Sox. Cleveland 7-63 and 6 runs. White Sox 9-24, 2 runs. Win for Cleveland. Seattle at Detroit. Pilots 3-12, 0. Tigers 15-53, and that's 7. The Cats will get the win. Boston at Minnesota. Red Sox 11-46, and that's 5. Twins 13-42, that's also 5. They will go to extras. Both teams roll a 2, Boston +1, Minnesota -3, and that will be a win for the Red Sox. Kansas City and the Yankees. Royals 2-36, and that is 2. Yankees 4-34, and that is also 2. They will tie. Extra innings. Kansas City rolls a 2 +0. Yankees roll a 6 +2 is 8. The Yankees will get the win. Oakland and the Senators. Athletics 12-56, and that is 7. Senators 8-61, and that is 6. That will be a win for the A's. Cubs and the Braves. Cubs 5-31, and that's 2. Atlanta 6-14, that's 1. That's a win for the Cubs. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 10-12, and that is 1. Reds 12-35, and that is 4. And that game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 15-26, and that's 4. Astros 12-14, that's 2. That's a win for the Bucks. Philadelphia and the Dodgers. Phillies 3-43, and that's 3. Dodgers 13-55, that's 7. Dodgers get the win. Expos and the Padres. Expos 8-43, and that's 4. Padres 7-51, and that's also 4. They go to extras. Let's see here. Expos roll a 4, -2 is 2. Padres roll a 3, +3 is 6. The Friars will get the win. Mets and the Giants. Mets 4-52, and that is 4. Giants 8-16, and that's 1. Another win for the Mets. Happy recap. On to June 12th, Oakland at Washington. Athletics 12-63, and that is 8. Senators 12-34, and that is 4. That's a win for the A's. Cubs and the Braves. Cubs 24-14, and believe it or not, that's only 3. Atlanta 10-41, and that is 4. And the Braves will beat the Cubs. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 1444, and that is 5. Reds 1342, and that is also 5. They will go to extras. St. Louis rolls a 6 plus 0. Reds roll a 5 plus 1 is 6. That's a tie, which means the Reds will win it by virtue of home field. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 1431, and that is 4. Astros 951, and that is 5. A win for the Stros. Philadelphia and the Dodgers. Phillies 253, and that's 4. Dodgers 835, and that is 3. That's a win for the Phillies. Expos and the Padres. Expos 846, that's 4. Padres 553, and that's 4, and that's also 4. They will go to extras. Both teams roll a 3, Montreal -2, San Diego +3, and that will be a win for the Friars. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 13th. We will be at Crosley Field as the Chicago Cubs will take on the Cincinnati Reds. Fergie Jenkins will go for the Cubs, and George Culver will be going for the Reds. A big matchup there between the Cubbies and the Reds, as they're still trying to stay where they're at, up near the top in their divisions. Cubs, Reds, Jenkins, and Culver. Be there or be square. David Vega, Brian B. at ESG2, Philip Reynolds, Doug Hunt, Phoenix Knight, and let's see here, Rodolfo Beza, DB, Ron McGrath, and D. Scott Howard, and Jeremy Brooks. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The New York Mets get a happy recap as they take the Giants behind the woodshed. 13-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.